Hey everybody, this is Mr. Beckstrom, and welcome to Calculus 1 for the summer of 2021. I hope everybody had a great spring semester, and once again, welcome to the class. In this welcome video here, we'll be kind of going through Sakai and some of the other sites that you'll be using this semester, and let you know everything that you're going to need to do. So let's go ahead and get things started here. Um, when you first click on the class here, you're going to see an overview. It's got my contact information here. This welcome video will be posted right here under welcome video. I have a Google Sheets calendar. This is really important. Make sure that you save this to one of your browsers. This has all of the dates of everything that we'll be doing and all of the sections that we'll be covering. And once you click on that link, it's going to look like this. So it's separated by weeks. It'll let you know here in the black, these are the sections that we're covering for that week. The quizzes will open every week on Thursday and will be due on Sunday. And the assignments in my math lab are also due on Sunday. The tests, I have these in here as well. There'll be a 48-hour period that you can access the test. Once you access it, you'll have 2 hours and 30 minutes to complete it, and we'll go through that in just a minute here. So there's the date for test 1. Test 2 opens on the 22nd, closes on the 23rd. Test 3, and then the final exam will be open July 13th and July 14th. And that will actually be an in-class exam at this point. If anything changes, I will let you know, but I have been told that the final exam will be seated at the college. So just kind of be prepared for that. We're also going to have optional virtual reviews in Sakai, and I'll be talking a little bit about that later, but those are scheduled here as well. In green, I'll have a first day of class 1. They'll be at 3 to 3:50, and then one before test 1, one before test 2. The one for test 3, there's a holiday right before it, so I'm going to do it that Friday before. And then we'll have a final exam review. You do not get an absence if you miss that. But they will be very helpful, and that you can come and ask any questions that you're having for that test. All right, so let's go ahead and go back here and talk about the different tabs over here and what you can get for them. So announcements are next, and they'll also show up here on your recent announcements, but I'll be using this as the main tool in order to communicate with you. So so make sure that you check those. You should also get an email once I post an announcement. But these are things like due dates, any changes that are happening, anything that's going on. Sometimes I'll send out a challenge problem, so things like that. All right, the next thing is the syllabus. So this is super important, and I have this both copied in, and I also have a Word document at the bottom. If you click on that, you can actually print a copy or save it if you want to, but this goes over most, if not all, of the information in the class. It's got all of my contact information, the required materials. Remember, you do need a TI-83 or TI-84 calculator for this class. You can't use any of the other ones. You can't use a TI-89 or 92 or the Inspire or a smartphone. It has to be one of those two calculators, TI-83 or TI-84. We'll be using my math lab for the homework in here. We'll talk about that a little bit here. Make sure that you have a good, dependable internet speed. And they go over the college policies, the attendance and withdrawal. So the final date that you can withdraw this course is Friday, June 25th, and that's also located on the calendar as well as a reminder. As far as absences, if you miss more than 15% in a row, you will be withdrawn from the class. That will be calculated based off of all of the assignments, tests, and quizzes. So any missed assignments, any missed tests, or any missed quizzes will result in an absence. And if you miss 15% of those consecutively, then you'll be withdrawn from the class. If you have any disabilities, make sure that you contact the disability services at this email address here, and they can set up for accommodations on the tests, like having extra time and things like that. They go over some other stuff here. So here's kind of the important stuff. So the grading policy, here's how much everything percentage-wise. It talks a little bit about the tests. All of our unit tests will be done in GradeScope. So that is right here. So you're going to come to GradeScope and you're going to sign up for a free account. I put all of the information for GradeScope in multiple places. It's in the overview. It's also in the forums. I give detailed instructions how to use and enroll in GradeScope. So make sure you check that out. Once you do, you should have a screen that looks like, let me go back to my dashboard here. It should have a class that looks like this. So you're going to be taking MAT271 002. And the entry code for that, once again, it's listed in multiple places, but it's RWRR2K. All right, and continuing here, here is the schedule for the 3 tests when they're open, and the final exam. Also, there's a link here for the Google Sheets calendar, the web address for GradeScope, and the web address for my math lab. So those are multiple places as well. And here is a detailed schedule of when all of the quizzes, tests, and assignments are due. So make sure you have that. I have it even color coded. And that's most of the stuff in the syllabus. Make sure you read through it and let me know if you have any questions at all. And you can ask those questions in the forum. So I've already set up some different forum topics here. So general discussion, feel free to ask anything that's not a math question. So if you have like a math question, how do you do so-and-so, that would be under section questions. So general discussion is kind of anything about the class. And then I have some GradeScope in my math lab questions here. And I have the instructions under here as well. So feel free to post under here if you have any questions about those sites. And then student introductions. Everybody's going to be required in the first 4 days to do a student introduction. I already did mine, so I won't click on it, but I will let you check that yourself. And another thing is, this is required. There's a getting started quiz. It will be open the first day and it'll close on May 28th. So it's only going to be open for 4 days. So in order to officially enter the class, you will need to take this getting started quiz. It's just 10 questions. It just asks some things that are located on the syllabus and the site. So make sure you do that quiz. You can take it as many times as you want, but it'll kind of have some useful information and teach you how to navigate the site. All right, email. If I send you out any email, it'll be through here. I don't use this email a whole lot. I usually use announcements in order to contact you, but if I just need to contact one or a few people, that's where I'll use the email. So if I might send a reminder for the getting started quiz, and maybe only 4 people didn't take it, so then I'll use email to send that to them. Meetings. This is where the first day of class is going to be located and where the review sessions are going to be located. And I will also send you either an announcement or an email with the link. But you can also just go to the meetings tab here and you'll see the meeting here as well. All right, very important resources. So I have done, all of these are videos for different sections and different questions. So when you're working on a section, this should help with some of the concepts. Again, if you have any math questions about how to do a problem in my math lab, or can you explain the topic a little bit more, that's where you would come under forums and go under section questions. And I usually choose the questions from section questions in order to do videos on. So it's really important that we use that. And there's also going to be a bonus associated with using the forums. And that will be a bonus to your test grade. So please get used to using these forums as much as possible. That way everybody can kind of see the questions, because if you're having a question, chances are more than just you is having that question. All right. So that's under resources. So for example, if you're going to go to a video here, you would just click on that. It'll take you right over to the YouTube video. And look at me with no beard and slightly less hair. Man. All right. And that's pretty much it for the Sakai site. So let's go ahead and talk about My Math Lab. And once again, here's the code for My Math Lab. That's going to be on the overview. So you're going to come here. You're going to click register now as a student. You'll do some information, and eventually it'll take you to a screen that has classes on it. So our class is going to be this one right here, MAT271 002 Calculus 1 Summer 2021. And you're going to click on that. So you it should show your active assignments on this course homepage here. You can also click on the assignments tab. You should have one under course tools. And also very important, there is an ebook here that you can access as well. So if you click on chapter contents, for example, let's say you wanted to go to section 2.3. Click that. Now it's probably going to make you install this Wolfram CD player if you don't have it already. So you just click on that to do it. And then let me go here. You can click interactive ebook. And once you have that Wolfram player there, you click OK. Open with that. And it is loading. And you should get something that looks like this. So this is the computing limits in 2.3. It'll have the different sections. So you can click on one of those sections and it'll have some notes. It'll also have the theorems. It'll give you some examples. And you can also go to exercises here if you want to practice some exercises from that section here. So it'll look like this. And you can go ahead and try to do those, and there should be some solutions to those as well. To get the solutions, you are going to come out of here and click on the Student Solutions Manual. This is under the chapter contents there. And you click that, and like for example, if we wanted to go to section 2.3, click on chapter 2 there, and it is going to give me a solution guide for all of the odd numbers. This actually is showing all of chapter 2 there, but you go down to 2.3 and you can check all of your odd answers, and it'll also give you a little bit of a process of how they do it. It's not the best help, but it's definitely better than nothing there. All right, so this is how you use that. Now, one other important feature of My Math Lab is that if you go to Gradebook, you can review your old homeworks and quizzes for the test. And all quizzes will also be in My Math Lab, and the schedule for that, I think I showed you, was on here. So it's each week there'll be a quiz. It opens Thursday and it is due on Sunday, and it'll be for that week. One other thing I wanted to mention here is the tests. So for example, the test 1 is here, and that will include all of the sections from the last week. So the last weeks. So for example, test 1 will be on 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, chapter 1, and then 2.4 through 3.2. And chapter 2 will go up to 3.11. So you won't actually get tested on that until you have finished it. All right, let's go back to Gradescope. We've already talked about that. And I think that is most of the stuff for this course. So once again, I will have an optional interactive session on the first day of class at 3 o'clock. That's on May 24th. And you're welcome to come there and ask any videos, or you can come down to the forums and ask questions there as well. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can reach me by email at beckstromz@durhamtech.edu or phone at 919-808-1922. Thank you and have a great semester.